scored out the semi-final.
Here we go. Kickoff directly happening. No time wasted. Direwolves versus Forkidden. In my opinion, probably the best matchup here today.
Yeah, this one's exciting. It's hard to know how these teams will go. Both teams feeling like they've, underperforming a little bit. Both getting the chance to make that top 4, and it's starting off with Super Lucky with a bit of a cheeky air dribble. I'm surprised this wasn't saved.
It was with the tip of his car, he pushed it over Walcott, who had a bit of an awkward run up and went for the challenge late. But they're still smiling on the side of Direwolves. No problem thus far, since an early deficit always means you have plenty of time to come back.
Yeah, Walcott laughing that off, but I'm going to call him out again. I'm going to be a bit toxic. He's been making a lot of mistakes for, the Walcott we know. He was a defensive rock, but on this team, he just seems to be struggling to keep that up.
Oh, here we go. There's Walcott. You call him out, and he shows you, I guess not necessarily wrong since it's a goal, but still, this is very well played by Misty and Fiber.
Maybe showing me what else he's been working on. That's really nice rotations. Nice job being ready there, and Direwolves not going to let that leader, this deficit stay there too long.
I wouldn't be surprised if it just keeps on continuing the entire match. Just a back and forth, trading goals left, right, and center, and trading blows as Misty tries to get another one.
And now we have Direwolves setting up the pressure again. It's going to be difficult. I'm not sure which team will be better at keeping pressure, since we talked about both of them have just been a bit inconsistent lately.
And the inconsistency is always something that is hard for teams to deal with as well, because usually they don't really know where it's coming from. It just, you show up on the day and you're not playing great, and if that continues, you're going to have to figure something out, but it's a bit ambiguous.
And now we have Forkidden getting their chance in front of goal. Neither team getting too many chances, just scoring that one opportunity they both got.
Scrub into the center, gets a pass into Banana Head, and you expect a goal there, but Banana didn't expect the pass to be coming through that quickly. Walcott off to the side, Fiber extends to the backboard, Lucky up for it. Ooh, but he does make it.
Yeah, great job there, but Direwolves still keeping up the pressure, and Misty's actually going to put that one in to get Direwolves in the lead.
It was a great read, and then this happens where what? Super Lucky? Sorry.
I mean, look, maybe it's just some OCE defense. These things happen to Direwolves, punishing it really well.
I guess if you get a free ball, you're not going to throw that away, and they certainly got some confidence out of that, as Banana Head has to clear it away from defense. Yet again, Direwolves, if they're able to close up that midfield gap, which they aren't here, good shot, but cleared.
Yeah, almost a really nice counterattack goal, but they actually follow it up, and both teams just going end to end to keep it equal again.
I'm glad, in this case, time-wise, that we've had 2 sweeps, because if this keeps on continuing this way, we might be here a while, Jake.
Yeah, this, like we said on Desto, this is definitely probably the tightest matchup we have coming up today. We could definitely expect this to go 5, 6, 7 games. It'd be really disappointing if we saw another 4-0.
Absolutely, and just so in general with the goals scored, they're already 4 in 2 minutes time. That is ridiculous. Both these teams just going all offense as they try and get defense sorted. Walcott missing the touch though, and that's an unfortunate one.
Yeah, Walcott really could have made it 5 goals for both teams there, but missing. But Direwolves still feeling like they're that bit more threatening. They do seem to be the team able to keep up pressure a little bit longer.
Shot from Fiber, going off target. Walcott still forced that to the center. Fiber drives underneath, but doesn't fake out miss yet. Neither should he, because right at halftime, Direwolves clinch the lead.
I'm a bit surprised this one went in, but like we were saying, Direwolves just keeping up the pressure, rotating really nicely, and Super Lucky just messing up his save there.
It's unfortunate, but it's such a good shot as well. Great placement there. And now they have to move on to a deficit scenario. Forkidden, they have a lack of experience. According to their own words, I'm just quoting here. This might just be a goal. They have experience with double tap denied.
Yeah, really close there from Banana Head. That's his second chance now, getting very close. So looks like he's really looking to make those impressive mechanical goals happen this series.
Clear away to the side, Walcott. Super lucky to catch it. Forkidden, they have got some sustained offense. But can they actually make it work? Obviously, you can have all the offense, all the pressure you want, but in the end, you need to score.
I mean, we can't be too hard on both teams. They've scored plenty of goals already, but Yeah, Forkidden, it's getting to 2 minutes. They're going to be wanting to close up this lead. You know, the leads instantly got equalized for the past 2 goals. This one looks like Forkidden are going again, but Fiber, great goal line defense to clear that out.
He just stood in his place, super lucky. Placed that right on the defender, and it's a hard shot. You know that you should be scoring it, and that's exactly what makes it hard. The same with open nets. You know you should be booming that somewhere in the back of the net, but unfortunately placement proves to be difficult.
Yeah, Fiber, you know, not really known for his great, you know, goal line save. So really good for him to be stepping up there. It could be a really important save if they keep the goal line to this score.
Pass to the midfield. Missy is there to capitalize, but a trip commit from Forkidden. That could be dangerous. Walcott still with a pass down. It's going to be right into the corner. Banana should be able to clear that away. It's a bit of an awkward one, and Fiber gets 150, clears 2 defenders.
Yeah, and Daiwo still dominating the pressure. Walcott getting bumped a little bit. But, Forkidden with a great pass, but no, another excellent save on the goal line for Daiwo.
This is so... I am a massive fan of passing plays, and no scrub. That's a dangerous one. That's a clincher and a half, and with 38 seconds, you just want to move into the attack.
Yeah, that's definitely a bit disappointing. 30 seconds left. Forkidden, they are on the offense, but you can see these big clears coming out Daiwo, making it hard for Forkidden to set up any kind of consistent pressure.
Well, here, Super Lucky goes to the sky, 20 seconds. Super Lucky looks for the touch, could have been bumping Walcott, but it's still Scrub in the center field. Passes it onto the box. Fiber needs to dodge the demo. Super Lucky chasing it down. That made up Fiber a bit awkward. This is going to be a losing series.
6 seconds left. Forkidden need to make something happen. Doesn't look like the Daiwo's defending really well, keeping it out and looking to keep this ball on the ground, and they do. Daiwo's take the first game.
It's an unfortunate one for Forkidden. Their shot placement, I think, is the main thing that was a bit off in this particular game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a few misses. It's a little disappointing. Forkidden, 2 goals on the board. You can see that a lot of the stats actually favoring Forkidden there, so they might be feeling a little bit disappointed to not win this game.
Absolutely. It's an unfortunate one, as I already said, Forkidden losing this. But this does show that this is going to be an incredibly close series, in theory, because Daiwo they've just gotten the first game, and consistency was the lacking part for both teams. Winning a game could help you find it.
Yeah, Daiwo's have always been known for winning one game, losing the next one, winning one game, losing the next one. Eyes on Walcott still. I still feel like Walcott, I love this pickup from them, because Walcott, he's always been known as that consistent player, but we just haven't been able to see it yet. So if he can keep that consistency, keep this pressure going, Daiwo's could be looking good for the rest of the series.
Interesting second game for Forkidden. They need to get back, and if you look at historical data, that is a very likely opportunity, but here we see a few of those shots that are not quite where you would want them to be, and it makes you panic as well, doesn't it?
So, Forkidden, honestly, they played pretty well. Like, they really did make chances happen that they did get. They look very threatening on the counterattacks, but I really want to see them set up some pressure so they can get more consistent chances.
I feel Walcott closing his window as well, or closing his blinds. I feel that so much. When I play with my window open, light coming in, I just somehow can't focus.
Yeah, good mechanics there from Walcott, realizing what went wrong. Changing things while they're ahead as well, so very proactive from him.
Absolutely, they're changing things left, right, and center. And I guess in that instance, behind him, the blinds. Scrub now on defense. Tries to get him down to the other end. Fiber still staying close as well. Super Lucky, steadfast in the way, but Missy still able to catch it in the center.
We didn't see too much of Missy that first game. A little bit quiet. We've heard a few, we saw in those player interviews, a few people think Missy's overrated, a few people think he's underrated, and Fiber getting a nice counterattack goal there. A bit surprised that was open though.
It's a loose jump in here from the final defender. I think it was Banana who went in for that. And off the wall when your opponent is still on the wall, that's such a loose challenge, and it's something you don't really want to go for. You just want to fake it out.
Yeah, it looked like he just didn't respect Fiber's quick recovery. Fiber doing really well to beat all 3 players and get that early lead for Daiwo.
Get that early lead, but that's not going to bring them the entire game. An early lead was also in the place for Forkidden. Now Banana looking for that aerial prowess, gets a flip reset, somehow pops it over the top of one without using the flip. And now some Forkidden back in defense.
So, Forkidden, you can still see they've been struggling to get out of defense, and that another surprising goal for Direwolves, making it 2-0 up.
It's just awkward here. Super Lucky posing up right next to Scrub, who then has to go back for the defensive play. They're out of position in that case. I think they need to be tying it up rather quickly.
The Direwolves, they got to be feeling good. They won the first game. You know, we didn't see a 2-goal lead in that first game either. So we'll see Direwolves. Can they keep a good defensive playstyle now? But Forkidden, again, still looking very dangerous on that counter.
They're looking dangerous. They're doing all the steps correct. They're walking up the stairs, and the final step they stumble and they land all the way back down once again. And maybe even along the way they get hurt with Direwolves putting one into the back of the net as well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of just hitting the post, like you're saying. Maybe if someone else was really quick again, another post, but Scrub following it up, going for the demo to Viper with a crazy save.
Okay.
Walcott not able to keep it out though, and Super Lucky narrows the lead for Direwolves.
You got a touch on this as well, I'm pretty sure. Walcott half flipping into the position, but he couldn't quite get his car into the way of it properly. I think that would have been forced through either way for Kin. Such a dominant position, but still 1-0 deficit in the game. Yeah,
that was just, it was such a strange kind of save. I'm surprised it almost rolled in by itself. Super Lucky able there just to confirm the goal, and Direwolves is going to be a little disappointed that comfy 2-goal lead is down to 1.
And that cushion gone. He's just gonna have to lay on the cold hard ground right now, and the realization will probably hit that this is very doable for Forkidden, especially when they're moving into the attack like this. Double commit, but it might not matter if you score.
Yeah, Scrub very quick to punish here. Misty not with the best clear. No one ready. You can see both players from Forkidden trying to punish that one, but Scrub was there first.
They're also trying to steal each other's goals. They know they've got that one on locker. Well, let's just put it that way for Forkidden. Otherwise, that could be dangerous in future iterations. Misty back on defense will make sure that the net stays clear.
So, Banana Head, you can see they're starting to set up some pressure now. Getting Direwolves on the back foot. Direwolves, they looked far more comfortable when they were the ones dictating the kind of playstyle in the midfield.
Super Lucky out to the side. Dominating the midfield in this instance. Misty leaves it out to the side. Looks to stay close to the play. Gets it past Banana. And Banana still has a little boost to pass it back into Lucky. Lucky into the skies he goes. To the backboard now. Good acceleration, but Walcott prepared.
Yeah, very well defended there from Walcott. Direwolves, they need a goal now, and they really haven't been able to get an offensive chance. It's really been all Forkidden, just pressuring them and keeping them away from their goal.
I feel like Forkidden are their own biggest enemy, if that makes any sense. They're basically playing against themselves. Direwolves, they'll score if you make a mistake, but if you don't, you are sure in a good position to take this game.
And Forkidden defending well. Walcott trying to push forward, trying to regain that pressure, but you can see Banana Head getting that really nice clear out. Direwolves just not able to pin Forkidden like they were before.
Misty looks to go out to the side, so blocked at the root. Banana into the center. That's a dangerous ball, but actually gives Scrub an opportunity to ram it down the pitch with Fiber in the way.
Yeah, Scrub playing very confidently, almost getting that goal, pushing very forward. Walcott, here's a chance. Fiber going for the demo, but no, again, well defended from Forkidden.
The thing I love about most about Scrub is his camp, probably. It almost seems like he's got an entire border around it.
Oh yeah, I wonder what's going on there. I thought you were going to say you love his celebrations, but I mean, everyone on Forkidden, they always get so hyped and it's so fun to watch with the player cam.
Yeah, absolutely. They're such a great addition. Absolutely love them. And what's also a great addition would be an overtime in this game. Up the nerves just a bit.
And we're into the last 40 seconds. Both teams are going to be wanting to avoid an overtime. It feels like this game has been Forkidden favored ever since they got that 2-goal comeback.
You never want to let Fiber get a flip reset right in front of the goal, and as soon as he sets up that Musty, you know he can pull those off. Misty now out to the side. Let's see what Misty does. Goes for a ceiling reset, pops down back to the ground real quick, or at least to the ball to get another flip, but a Super Lucky to go on the counter. Accelerates, but Walcott once again, good defense.
Yeah, really well defended there from Direwolves. It's still looking a bit awkward though. Misty, really nice read, but Forkidden not letting them get away with anything, but it looks like this will drop and we'll have an overtime.
Smart play by Forkidden to just drop that to the ground, and this could be a make it or break it scenario. Forkidden lose this game, which they very well could have. Right off the kickoff as Walcott to put it in.
What a shot from Walcott. He's been scoring some really nice goals in this series. Just beautifully shot Banana Head, not even close to saving that, and putting Direwolves up 2-0 in the series.
Well, that was a rather quick one. And an unfortunate one once again for Forkidden. They dropped right off kickoff, and it's an incredibly close game, but Direwolves, they get the second one on board as well.
Yeah, Direwolves, it felt like Forkidden were really starting to find their footing in that game. You can see, again, dominating the stats, but Direwolves taking out the win again. And, you know, we were talking in the last series about these teams taking timeouts. It might be a good time for Forkidden, because it feels like things are starting to go their way, but they're just not able to take these games home.
And that's the unfortunate part. It's all down to a tiny instance, and I think that tiny instance mainly is them not being able to hit their shots with as much power as you need to get past Direwolves, because a roller isn't just going to get through Direwolves easily.
I can't believe that save from Fiverr. Almost keeping it out, but Walcott not able to clean it up. Direwolves, you know, they're going to be feeling good about that win. It's always great to score in that overtime, but they did let go of a 2-goal lead in that game. Forkidden really doing a great job of coming back.
At least in the qualifier or in the top 16 Swiss bracket yesterday. Direwolves love to go to game 5. So I'm sure that they are not in that same notion of now going to game 7. It just brings that much more noise. I like that Forkidden are staying relatively calm.
Yeah, now this next game is going to be really important for both teams. If Direwolves can go 3-0 up, that will be so difficult for Forkidden. So pressure is on for Forkidden. They've kept these last 2 games very close, but they need to take home a win.
And no timeout as well, so that just brings it even more to they have to get a win here.
So we can see Forkidden, they're starting off the game strong, getting the pressure going already. Direwolves, they do starting to look a bit more confident in defense though, just letting Forkidden come at them and not being caught off by surprise with the fast kind of style they can bring out.
It's a good 50 by Banana to get the follow-up. It looked for an incredible touch instead of just going for a consistent touch. Walcott on the clear away with zero boost. That's not going to be that much power, and always runs in the way of Misty. Ends up being in the way of Scrub. Misty gets bumped across the pitch. Super lucky. Good half flip to get back into position. Still scary.
And Direwolves still looking to make a goal happen. That's actually open. Fiber setting up Walcott, and Walcott again scoring so many goals in this series.
And this is exactly why you call a timeout, right? So it's scenarios like this where all 3 are out of position, and we're looking across the pitch thinking, where are they?
Yeah, and honestly, like even watching the replay, I haven't been able to answer that question. I'm just not sure where Forkidden went, and Direwolves just instantly punishing them for it.
Probably need to get some binoculars in order to spot them, but hey, let's see them get into the attack here. That's easy to spot since it's happening right in front of our very eyes. They clear out to the side, Scrub pass back to the center. Now super lucky in a 1v2 scenario. Banana looks to mess up it. Fiber doesn't quite manage to do so, but still a good save.
You can see Fiber, those mechanics still around. We really haven't seen him scoring those solo plays, but it's good to see him still looking for him.
It's always a mix that you have to get in with, and he does go for a solo play, and this is exactly why you don't go for them every single time. Forkidden know, okay, he's got time, he can go for a solo play, he probably will, so we're going to pre-jump, and then a shot like this might just ring on through.
Walcott again having a massive series. Misty, really beautiful pass to him, and normally you see players go for a double touch there, but Walcott just knowing if he hits that powerfully, he'll go in.
That's the experience coming through, spotting the opportunity and taking it directly, making Forkidden scramble to try and get back. They got a touch, but as you say, they weren't expecting that shot. You expect a double tap in that scenario, and Direwolves, they've just gotten the momentum, and it's up to Forkidden to bring it back.
So Forkidden, God, this is such a tough situation for them. They did bring back a 2-goal lead before, but Direwolves, they feel like they're improving in the series to shut out Forkidden.
50. Walcott looks to go down the other end. Fake scrub out. Super lucky now up high. Fibers past him. Misty avoids the bump and make sure that the net stays clear. Tries to fly on through to get the second tap. Walcott flies on through as well to get the second tap into the center. That might just go, but Super, big clear.
Oh, really nice touch there from Fiber, but he actually has no boost. I'm not sure if he realized that, but certainly causing Forkidden to respect him, and it's setting up these plays for his teammates, but still, no one on Direwolves really seeming to have the boost to do the plays they want.
Well, that's a free space for Super Lucky, but it's a bit slow. And then Viber, he's got some pace on him as well. Closes the gap. Misty, good touch over Banana Head. Tries to clear it as Scrub as well, but it will go to the right flank. And we're going to try and attack that left flank for Direwolves, that is. It's always a matter of perspective, but either way you look at this game, Direwolves are up by 2.
And that might have been a big demo there, because it felt like Misty did a really good job of feeding his teammate, but no one quite there. But Direwolves, they don't actually need a goal. They're just doing a great job of defending by keeping Forkidden away from theirs.
Walk on. They're going to try and keep Forkidden away by their net, and once again, by trying to set up an attack. Scrub straight into the sensor. Misty takes the controlling touch. Super Lucky has to go to the graveyard real quick as Misty tries to fake it underneath. Almost doesn't. I guess he does that good enough. Walcott comes through for the steal.
Yeah, Walcott coming in again for another goal. Misty absolutely faking out Banana Head. And again, Direwolves, this pressure is just so great. They're just keeping Forkidden in their half, making play after play, and eventually Forkidden are going to make a mistake like that.
I love that you say that, so because it's exactly what's happening. Direwolves, they keep on pressing where it hurts on the side of Forkidden, and if Forkidden can't outshoot Direwolves, since that was kind of what was going on in that first game, they tried to outshoot each other, and Direwolves, they've just gotten a massive boost in momentum.
And Forkidden, 3 goals, a minute and a half. With how well Direwolves have been playing, it feels like it might be a bit too much of an obstacle, and God, still, you really do not want to be having to reverse sweep Direwolves. Forkidden really have to bring everything to avoid that, and that's a great shot from Scrub to close the goal deficit.
And to use this there metaphor once again, this is a great first step, but you can't stumble on down yet again. Still have a 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining for Forkidden. They need to put everything they've got into getting this comeback.
Yeah, and Scrub having a big series offensively, being very fast to score a lot of these opportunities, but still just feels like they're not creating enough of them. Direwolves just able to clear the ball out with not too much hassle every time.
They might get some hassle here. Fiverr tries to hit it up high, but Banana gets a good free, but nobody there for Forkidden. Trust in each other might be a bit lacking here. As a ball across the pitch, Scrub into the free space. Right flank is under attack right now for Direwolves. They're going to defend it, at least for now.
The Direwolves still looking good, just want to keep it away from their goal. 40 seconds to hold on to a 2-goal lead. We've seen teams give that up, but the way Direwolves playing, it just feels like they're playing so consistently.
I think something went wrong with the Banana Head controller there, or whatever. Flipped past the ball and made it awkward in defense for Forkidden. Sometimes you have these tech issues, but you're going to have to clear them away. 20 seconds, this has to be a goal. But a double commit might just prevent that. Banana still a bit of a boost to work with. Starts to go for the flip, does get the flip. Gets a good block on it, but Super Lucky is just a bit slower than Walker, who's been massive in defense this game.
Yeah, and there's the game to clinch it for Direwolves. They're going to be going 3-0 up in the series, and Forkidden, I hope they take a timeout, because game 1, game 2, I mean, you could see they were slightly ahead in the stats. They were looking good. They just lost by 1 goal, but now it's just running away from them.
This is a moment where you have to take a timeout. You already said you would like to see a timeout after the second game, and I think that is exactly what they should have been doing. It's a bit of a tough one, but Forkidden, they're just not quite getting into it, and you just go downwards in that spiral now. Direwolves, they're not all of a sudden going to drop after a timeout. No, they will still be amazing. It's just going to be so hard.
Direwolves, they got to be feeling confident. This is probably, we really haven't seen dominant Direwolves in big tournaments yet. They've always felt like they've underperformed for the expectations they've had coming through. They've always performed amazingly in the off-season, winning tournament after tournament. But now feels like, Forkidden, we weren't backing Direwolves. We weren't saying, look, this is Direwolves, this is clear. We were giving Forkidden a lot of credit. Direwolves have been underperforming so much. It just feels like the potential of Direwolves finally starting to fulfill themselves.
Yeah, because they're getting space and they're managing to outsmart Forkidden. They're letting Forkidden kind of play their game and then challenge right at the final moment. The man at the top on the cams right there, Walcott, such a massive factor in this, and Direwolves dominant.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I was calling Walcott out for his defense, but he's had an awesome series offensively. He's certainly made up for any mistakes from past series and playing really well.
Playing absolutely amazing, and I just love seeing Darwin's actually being able to step it up. But it's unfortunate for Forkidden. They're not out of this just yet. They've still got another game to try and get back, but they need to get 4 in a row if they want to move to top 4.
Yeah, they're not looking too hype on the cameras actually, Forkidden. You normally see them joking around, having so much fun, getting really hyped. You can see they didn't quite believe in that comeback, even though it would have been technically possible. So I hope they can lift themselves up. You certainly need really good team mentality if you want to approach a reverse sweep. And they don't take the timeout either. Interesting decision. Feels like this is very direwolf favored.
Absolutely. Mentality is so strong on direwolves already, and not having the timeout for Forkidden, I'd almost want to say that's a mistake right off the get-go. Even if they're able to win this game, why not try and get the timeout in there? Because what other point are you going to use it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've been a bit critical for teams waiting for that final game to call the timeout, but then to not even call it when you're 3-0 down and just after getting blown out like that as well, it just makes you think what's going on at the moment in Forkidden comms. What are they feeling? But Banana Head, really nice goal to open the scoring here.
Well, I guess that's what's going on. They just said to us, look, we'll just destroy them. Easy claps, no worries, and that's all they need. Or at least in this instance, Forkidden up 1-0.
Yeah, super lucky. Really beautiful pass there, slowing it down, confusing direwolves. Banana Head trusting his teammates so much to push forward and just surprising direwolves with that speed he was able to finish it with.
Well, that's a bit awkward, but I guess that's exactly what got them this far, making it awkward for Forkidden as well. Sometimes you just see awkward plays making it really far, because Forkidden, they've got a certain expectation of direwolves, and well, if they make it awkward, that's going to be beneficial.
So direwolves, you know, we haven't really seen them with their back with the walls just yet. It felt like they've generally been leading or defending a lead, so we'll see. Will Forkidden be able to park the bus, maybe hold on to this lead? I definitely am expecting Forkidden to try and, you know, extend it to 2 or 3-0 up.
I think if they start parking the bus, that's exactly the wrong. Trying to hold on to this lead is not something you want to do, because you will give space to direwolves, and then Woco will be powering on through, or Fiber, or Misty for that matter. Either one of them have been showing up greatly offensively in this matchup.
I don't think it plays to their strengths either. Forkidden, they're an exciting offensive team. They score crazy goals, they go for things like that, and they open up the net, but no, Misty with a crazy pre-jump save, but you really do expect Forkidden to be scoring that.
That's been the case with many opportunities, and then a 50 like that might just send them all the way down the wrong end. Super lucky. Good touch to extend it out to the side. Scrub will be here first as well. That's an open net, but jumping up the side instead of going for the wave dash recovery makes it awkward, and all 3 direwolf defenders already get back to prepare for Super Lucky.
So direwolves, they're still looking pretty comfortable in defense. They had that, you know, big scare of Forkidden. Probably should be up to 2-0 right now, but direwolves looking pretty good. Misty coming off the ceiling. Oh, I thought he had a flip there, but no, decides to just wait it out. But it feels like it's confused this Forkidden defense. They don't look like they've really recovered, and this is a chance for direwolves to feed their teammate, but no, well played.
And you see Misty in a perfect position to catch that and try and get it into the attack. And, well, he doesn't succeed in his attempt. Super lucky. 1v1 against Fiber. Fiber, I'd say, does not come out favorite. Super lucky, able to extend. Good pre-flip, but Misty completely prepared.
Yeah, so now direwolves still, they're honestly getting pretty pinned in their half. We really haven't seen this from Forkidden. Forkidden, they really have not been able to control the pressure, but now you can see pinning direwolves, boost starving them, passing really well to keep up the pressure, and just not giving direwolves a chance to equalize.
Forkidden defense. We're going to try and set up the play. Super lucky takes it to this guy. Musty to the backward. We're in the smoke for a second, but that's a good Musty. A lot of power. Scrub, he wants to catch it. He goes to set up another attack into the book, but nobody there to capitalize.
Yeah, now direwolves still, they need to get out of their half, but Forkidden playing so well, and Banana Head with another speedy goal. That had to come with Forkidden keeping pressure so well for so long, and the mistake eventually comes.
I guess Forkidden, they didn't need that timeout, but it will still remain the case of when are you going to use that timeout, because you can't just say mid-game, oh, we want a timeout right now, lads, okay, can we please pause? And nope.
Forkidden, they still don't look too high. You know, it's a bit of a stoic Forkidden showing up today. Normally, we see Banana Head eating his mic every goal they get, but you know, maybe that's what they need to score. Get this possible reverse sweep. Just take it one step at a time. And Banana Head, with the hat trick for this game, probably going to seal the deal.
this is showing that even though they have a bit of a lack of experience if you compare it to the other teams on their level, but they are able to stay calm in this scenario as well. And that shows great maturity.
So we'll see now. Direwolves, they really haven't been able to show anything offensively this game. It's surprising because, yeah, like Forkidden just out of nowhere seeming to dominate the pressure, and Direwolves not really being able to generate scary counterattacks, scary anything at all, really.
You've been able to take one game if you're Forkidden, or at least, well, I certainly hope that they're able to close this one out. Otherwise, that just moves it directly into a deserved scenario. Misty, it's a decent pop-up, base 2 players in, but they also do get the hit and do get the connection, and Walcott tries to set up another play.
Direwolves, you can see they want this goal, but they're still not really able to create anything too scary. Scrub, on the other hand, almost getting that goal. You see Direwolves, they're just struggling to get anything on the board at the moment.
They were absolutely having a tough time trying to get into that attack, and Misty might just be able to set it up. I think a big part of that was already something I said in the previous game, is this will certainly be buried. But the most important part here is that Forkidden aren't making mistakes anymore.
Yeah, they're playing really well. They've really fixed whatever pressure problem was going on, and I mean, they've hardly been in defense. There's been no mistakes to even make, so really well control of the midfield, just shutting out Direwolves. You see Walcott trying to get a consolation goal, but no, not even that. Very well played from Forkidden in this game 4.
Absolutely amazing, and this surely could propel them onto that reverse. This is always such a hard game. You've just lost 3 in a row in a bit of an unfortunate manner, and to slap yourselves back into this with a 4-0, that's exquisite.
Yeah, Direwolves are probably going to be feeling a bit confused. Probably felt like they had that in the bag. Could just go into that one a bit relaxed, and maybe that's what happened. Maybe they just took their pedal off the gear a bit too much, just started to relax. You know, we're a bit critical of Ground Zero earlier today doing that, so Direwolves maybe falling victim to the same kind of problem.
It's always possible you get a bit overconfident, a bit overzealous. Oh, Direwolves, they certainly have the experience, and I think this is where Walcott kind of comes in to say, lads, okay, let's focus up, let's regain, and let's try and close this out as soon as possible.
So moving forward, I really want to see Forkidden keep up this kind of pressure. It really was missing in those first 3 games. It felt like Forkidden on the back foot the entire game. They scored some awesome counterattack goals, but the real big difference here was just they just stayed in Direwolves half the whole time, and Direwolves, especially at the start of that game, getting awesome save after awesome save, but can't keep that up forever.
The best defense is a good offense, as some might say. And in the case of Forkidden, that certainly rings true, because they are just quicker. We saw that in a few of the goals that they scored. They were able to outpace the Direwolves defense, and they just need to keep that up.
So, Direwolves, I'm expecting them to bounce back, but I mean, we have had these question marks. How good are they in these big moments? How good are they in these big moments? You know, they certainly weren't super pressured in Game 1, Game 2, or Game 3, but now that they're on set point, maybe they're starting to feel the pressure, maybe starting to change how they play a little bit, and not for the better.
It's always a interesting question and always an interesting thing to look at, but they do seem to be on the wrong end of this as Forkidden. They get the first one yet again.
Misty, not the best clear from him again. We saw that mistake earlier, and Super Lucky very quick to punish that. Very quick, somehow just reading that mistake perfectly, and Forkidden with another early lead.
We might be at the foot of greatness here for Forkidden, are able to force that Game 7, which is still miles ahead. First, they have to get through the entirety of this, and then the entirety of another one at Walcott. He doesn't even want to let this game out of his hands, and rips his shot, but denied.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they are in the process of reverse sweeping, but you just have to take it one step at a time. And that looks like a great shot. Ooh. Scrub having a big performance with his shooting this series, extending the lead to 2.
I think that part of taking it one step at a time, one game at a time, is the most important part. You have to be dialed in completely. Even forget about what game it is, what scoreline it is. Just wait until your coach or somebody else says, good job, lads, you've pulled off the reverse sweep. Otherwise, it will just add extra nerves, which you can't use in this moment.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, something has changed with Forkidden, right? As soon as they've had their backs against the wall, suddenly they've just been able to keep this pressure against Direwolves. It's hard to tell, are Direwolves playing differently? Are Forkidden stepping up? Maybe it's just a little bit of both.
It's an interesting one for sure, since Direwolves, they are moving into that scenario. What touches this, by the way? But they're kind of moving into the scenario of giving up too much space to Forkidden, and Forkidden are able to capitalize upon that quickly.
So, Direwolves, you can see that their offense just isn't looking threatening anymore. Forkidden just shutting it down completely. Very dangerous on the counterattack. Scrub almost scoring another goal. And Direwolves, we really want to see Fiber. Can he score those crazy solo goals? Can Missy connect? But no, it's just Forkidden scoring, getting amazing chance after amazing chance.
It has just been completely turned up its head. Direwolves, they were in this scenario first where they are able to put up the pressure, really put the screws to Forkidden, but now Forkidden, they're putting the screws to Direwolves, and Direwolves, they need to get out and quickly.
Yeah, and it feels like you can just see the confidence coming in from Forkidden now. Banana Head going for those back ward demos, going for those redirects, going for those big shots, and Forkidden, even in defense, you can see them just looking very calm as well, and just something changed, something with their back against the wall. They're playing so much better now.
They're playing amazing. Forkidden, still, they haven't closed this game out, and that is ultimately what you need. Walcott, I'm going to be short. Scrub reads it, but still, that's an awkward ball. And off the crossbar and off the post, and a miss coming through Fiber. Miles back, a complete ocean in between these players, and they do not connect.
Walcott just completely open net, and he just whiffs the ball completely. Oh, he's had such a great series up to this point, but that could have been a really crucial goal. Still 2 goals to make up for, and only 2.5 minutes remaining.
Super lucky to the skies. Another one will surely demoralize Direwolves, especially after that iteration, after that shot. Misty has another opportunity. If he shoots this, it's Scrub clear it out to the side, and ice in his veins on that play.
I thought that was surely a goal, surely Direwolves, but no, the shot power just wasn't there, the shot placement, and Forkidden just fast back to close up any opportunities Direwolves are creating.
Super lucky and Misty, they're involved in a heavy boost battle, and I'm not too sure who came out the winner. Super lucky got their corner, and Misty got the opposing corner as well. Both stole from the other. I guess it's Forkidden to come away with an attack.
It does feel like Direwolves are starting to wake up a bit, at least with these defense. But Banana Head with a very fast double touch to put his team ahead by 3.
A beautiful snipe down here, absolutely lovely. Scrub the one to set it up, and look at this. Misty, he lurks in the background, you see him there. No chance whatsoever.
Now we're starting to see some smiles coming out of Forkidden. They're feeling a little bit better. It really feels like Banana Head in particular mechanically has woken up into this series and just started to have some really high impact to score goals for his team.
Scrub now needs to step up on the defense. Walcott tries to 50 it through, but Scrub reads that, and Walcott, he set up that 50 so incredibly early. Good reaction out of Scrub, but Direwolves, they're not done just yet. They're having trouble shooting it on target and getting it through the Forkidden side.
Yes, it was not looking super threatening though. Forkidden with ease just clearing it, not worrying too much, and shutting Direwolves out to 0 goals. And Direwolves really struggling ever since they got onto that match point.
It's unfortunate to see Direwolves struggle, but my, is it a pleasure to see Forkidden step up and play to the level that they can play at. Now, Direwolves also need to have that step up once again as well. But Forkidden, they're looking solid.
And with 45 seconds, it's just getting more and more likely that nothing crazy will happen for him with Direwolves with a comeback. Walcott trying to get that redirect, but no. And Direwolves, they gotta start feeling nervous now. This 3-0 lead is shrinking very fast.
Scrub getting up to the skies. Direwolves, they just need a goal. They just need something to work off of. They have been shut out for almost 2 games straight, but Fiber here he goes off the ceiling, still denied, and Direwolves, they just cannot crack this defense.
Yeah, just not able to get those solo opportunities, not linking up quite as cleanly.
Huh?
There's a shot there from Walcott. Going to be a little too late, but good consolation goal, at least for their confidence. They've really been struggling to put anything into the Forkidden net.
Scrub going for the in and out. It doesn't matter for the ending part of this game, since it will still be a Forkidden win. But you just want to keep that clean sheet. Direwolves, you give them some sort of weight. And actually, Misty, oh no, Forkidden, don't do this.
Yeah, Fiber looking like he's starting to believe a little bit. That was really nice pass, getting to it really quickly. And Looks like Direwolves have finally woken up. We haven't seen them play that fast in a few games.
This is exactly why you don't give any avenue back. 3 seconds and they are amazing at keeping the ball up. Direwolves, this is still an opportunity, but that's a good kick up for Forkidden. Able to get it into the opposing corner. Scrub gets a touch, still lands into the edge of the box. And Misty keeps it up. Lucky tries to censor it, and he does indeed get it to the ground, and that is a breather.
Yeah, Forkidden probably feeling a bit relieved after that one hit the ground. Crazy to have a 3-0 lead finish that quickly. And Direwolves starting to wake up near the end of the match. Starting to get a little bit quicker, but Forkidden really playing well with their backs against the wall.
Ooh, absolutely. It's still unfortunate to see that ending, though, since it will be a tough and, well, Direwolves, they are actually taking a timeout, even though they kind of got into it at the latter part of that game.
Yeah, taking the timeout before that final match, I like it. I like it. You can see Walcott really, strategizing with his team, trying to figure out what they want to do, trying to figure out what changed, because, it was a close series, but going 3-0 up, you expect any team to close that out before it gets to 3-2.
Absolutely. Direwolves, I think they kind of started inheriting the weak shots that Forkidden was pulling out earlier. It's unfortunate to see, and it's tough to try and move past that, but you just got to try, and especially something like this can help massively already.
So for Direwolves, I really want to see them pick up the pace. Last season of RLCS, the entire time they were the slowest team on the field, always like 1400 average speed compared to Renegades like 1650. And it feels like they're starting to get back into those habits, and it's very difficult to score against a team if you're not outpacing them and creating those opportunities to be able to score.
It's exactly what Forkidden are using. They're using their speed to try and move through. You see this shot ringing on through, and they didn't need a timeout for this, but you see Forkidden, they're starting to smile, they're starting to feel momentum. They're only 1 goal behind Direwolves right now, but still at the edge of the clip.
Yeah, no, it's interesting watching Forkidden. Yeah, normally so hyped, but you can see them, they're starting to get more excited as this reverse sweep goes on. I mean, they got a reverse sweep yesterday against Renegades, so they've got to be backing themselves, just knowing how it feels to just, like we said, take it one game at a time, one after the other. They certainly feel like they've warmed up now, and eyes on Direwolves, they really need to be the ones to step up and stop this reverse sweep from happening.
Direwolves with getting top 4 last split, or last regional, they still are in contention for the major. Being dropped out here by Forkidden in a reverse sweep might just stop that altogether, but Banana with an instant shot, Misty still in the clear.
Yeah, imagine there if Forkidden went up early again for the 3rd game in a row. That might be a big struggle here for Direwolves as well. That these last 2 games, Forkidden have been the ones to start the lead very early and then just extend from that slowly.
What Forkidden can do, since they are the attacking for Scrub. Has to place that in top right bins. Super lucky. Looks for another setup. Misty with a quick challenge. Low on boost though, and so is the entirety of Direwolves. 24 boost all across them. And you have managed to regain, but will that be in time? It seems to be the case as Misty takes it wide and pinches it clear.
Yeah, Forkidden still controlling the pressure though. Direwolves pinned in their half, looking a bit slow. You can see Forkidden playing very fast, and that's a beautiful shot from Scrub, continuing his series of amazing finishes.
Arcs it in the top right corner, exquisite shot out of Scrub, and also the angle he's done it from. It's such precision on the timing, and Forkidden, they completely mitigate any momentum that Direwolves were able to create with that timeout.
He comes from the right side of the ball to then somehow get all the way around it, keep that speed up, and then put it in the top right corner as well. And like I was saying, Direwolves, they've gone down early in the past 3 games in a row. The past 2 led to them getting the loss, so they really need to equalize pretty quickly here.
That's actually Scrub will try and make it matters worse. That pre-flip's not going to quite work out, but actually it might just work out in the hands of Super Lucky. He tries to fake it low, 50 with Walcott. Good pace out of Banana, and then Scrub with a shot. Fiber gets in the way of it. Now Fiber on a quick counter-attack. He's been rapid, but decides to go boost over a ball, and Super Lucky can't intercept.
And Direwolves, they're starting to get their chance now in offense, but you can see Forkidden just connecting so well, not even letting Direwolves get a single chance on their net.
Banana pinching it underneath. Walcott's still in a great position defensively, stepping up to the plate, exactly what Direwolves need at this instance.
And you can see Direwolves, they're starting to get a bit more comfortable, starting to push people forward now. This is a goal from Fiber. This is what I've been looking for all series, and he hits it.
Let's see how many taps. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess a quadruple tap. I guess.
Bit of an air dribble, bit of a double touch, just really nicely played there. And Forkidden not expecting, like you're saying, just so many touches there coming out of Fiber.
That's the perfect way to summarize it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a great shot. This is not a great shot, but it will still ring through. And I guess what? It counts as exactly the same.
Oh, Walcott missing the ball, confusing Fiber. Fiber missing the ball there. I wonder what happened there. You'd always back Fiber to hit that shot, but after getting an awesome shot on the other end, struggling in defense, and Forkidden get their lead back.
We already talked about the inconsistency for both these teams here, but for Fiber to show that he's able to get basically a quadruple tap / air dribble combination and then miss an easy clear out, that just really shows the Direwolves' inconsistency that needs to be fixed.
But you can see they're starting to push forward. That was almost a goal. Fiber not quite able to get the power he needs to, but this is what we wanted to see. But that actually looks like it might be open. Banana Head going for the bump, and he gets it over Misty. What a goal for Banana Head.
I looked at this play, and I'll tell you my exact thoughts. I was like, Banana, why are you going up so early? You just gave it away. Dives underneath and completely surprises the final defender, knocks him out, and Forkidden up by 2.
Yeah, awesome goal there from Banana Head. So creative. Because it's hard to think about that goal, but it's pretty much impossible to defend if you're the defender there. If you are kind of waiting, kind of being patient like they were.
Maybe that's why he jumped early, to hide behind the ball, so his defender could not quite see where he was positioning himself at, and completely catching his opponent by surprise. There's still a bit of time left to be played, and 2-goal differential, that's certainly comebackable.
Yeah, I mean, Banana Head's always been like that, though. Like a very unique kind of mechanics guy in the region, making those plays that we don't normally see. And it's Super Lucky's turn now. Super Lucky, he's actually been a bit quiet. Scrub and Banana Head having big series, but that's a really nice pass to Banana Head to finish it off.
Might be a bit quiet, but that's purely because he gives others the room to talk their stuff, as Banana Head nicely pops it on through, set up by Super Lucky. And Forkidden, with that, I don't want to say anything too early with what we saw at the final or at the last game, but hey, Jake, they might have brought it to Game 7.
I mean, it certainly feels like that, right? I was thinking it too. So Forkidden just absolutely dominating. Direwolves hardly had any chances in the other half. I mean, that last game got a bit crazy near the end for sure. But yeah, to get 3 goals, actually, if Forkidden are struggling like that, maybe. But no, they do get it out, and it looks like things are safe for now.
And here you have it. Direwolves, their timeout didn't work out. They took it after 2, and the snipe in that top bins.
Wow, beautiful shot there. Banana Head getting the pass so nice, and just Forkidden absolutely outpacing Direwolves. Direwolves just looking so slow compared to these guys.
I don't care what anybody says. There was curve on that ball.
Yeah, maybe breaking the game a little bit with that shot. And Scrub, he's getting his chance. Ooh, uncharacteristic miss considering how well he's been playing.
And the other end, Direwolves, it doesn't quite matter, but
no.
This surely matters. I thought that was in already, and now they have to try and get another goal on the board. 5-1 is the scoreline for Forkidden. We're dominating here.
I'm just wondering where Walcott's teammates were there as well. He hits it once, doesn't go in, then he hits it again. No one there still, and then he hits it again. It's like, where are his teammates? Where are those quick, fast rotations? It just feels like Direwolves are sitting back, but they're 4-0 down. There's only a minute left. They might have given up on this game already, but it just goes to show they're struggling to just get forward.
And this is kind of the thing with Direwolves right now, is they're starting to doubt each other a bit. They don't have full faith, and that's why you see the team players not quite backing up Walcott in that particular instance as much as they probably should have or could have been. They just start doubting themselves. They give too much respect to Forkidden, and they don't have a timeout anymore.
Now Fiber, you can see he's been doing some nice solo plays, some nice air dribbles. He did get that only goal for his team this game, but it's just not enough. It just feels like Direwolves haven't been gelling as a team. Certainly not in the same way Forkidden have to get 5 goals, and that's almost a beautiful goal there from Misty. Maybe good signs going into this final game, but Forkidden, they've evened everything up going into the final game 7.
And they can't get complacent on the side of Forkidden now. They've brought it this far, and honestly, if you look at that bottom right cam, when it's dark, that just looks like it's straight out of a horror movie.
You scared of Scrum, are you?
A bit. I mean, it's our direwolves right now in this instance, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Fiver's got the dark camera going on as well. You can see, look, they're getting hype, It's good to see it. Forkidden, I mean, I'm backing them to win this final game. Direwolves, they have not been showing anything since they went 3-0 up.
You just have to back them. They're playing so well, but I think one thing we can say, of course, and that is 100% truth, is timeouts are only non-beneficial to your team.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you do take a timeout, right, it is a timeout for both teams. Banana Head getting a really nice goal. Super lucky. Very impressed with how he got that one. And that was a very high impactful goal to get that lead, shut out Direwolves. And now Direwolves, I mean, yeah, they don't have that timeout to even think about what went wrong. How are they getting so wrecked by Forkidden? They're just struggling to do anything offensively.
It's absolutely insane. This kind of domination in this exact instance, they're hitting it all at the right spots. They won 4-0 in their denial of reverse sweep, and now they also won 5-1 in the game that they're going to game number 7, and it will be game number 7, Direwolves versus Forkidden, and let's just get it.
Yeah, really important who scores this first goal. It feels like if Forkidden score it, it might just be game over, but Direwolves, you can see they're still playing pretty defensively. Maybe if they can drag it out, keep it low scoring and score one of those crazy solo goals, that'll be their best chance to win this game.
Yeah, they have to keep a clean sheet against Forkidden, at least for these earlier stages of this game. And Super Lucky, of course, looks to break that seal. Fiber out to the side, gets it into the center. Fiber for the second touch. It's Walker Ripper and down low, and it will be Direwolves.
And this is what we saw at the start of the series, but it's been sleeping up until now. Walcott being far forward. We haven't seen any of this connection from Direwolves, but Walcott getting back to that really nice shooting that he was doing at the start of the series.
That's exactly what Direwolves need, and now Forkidden, they can't just let this grow all over them. They need to have a strong mental game, and Super Lucky actually lost that boost battle against Fiber. That's an unfortunate one. Otherwise, it would have gone the other way, but now it's Direwolves who are in control of the play.
I hope they still feel confident. I mean, they've just been scoring so many goals just these past 3 games. They still got to back themselves to score at least one. You can see Direwolves, they're still looking a little bit shaky. I think this game is not going to end 1-0.
I don't think so either. If you see Super Lucky into the skies like this and trying to pull off a flip reset, that surely looms a danger for Direwolves. Forkidden, they are absolutely amazing mechanically, and Direwolves, they want a bigger safety net than this.
Oh, and really nice play there from Fiber. Not quite able to score it, but looking good. You can see already so much quicker from Direwolves, especially Walcott stepping up to get those offensive goals here.
What a ripper out of Super Lucky, absolutely slapping that to the backward strut for the follow-up. Can't get it through, but it will be Banana Head, and there you have it. This won't end in a 1-0.
Yeah, Fiber not getting the best clear he wanted to. Scrub just so quick, gets the ceiling past the Banana Head, and Banana Head takes it home with the bounce up.
With the bouncer, and this is all tied up. This is proven to be both sides putting their all into this, and deservedly so. It's for top 4-1 game. Can't separate you, and it might just be one goal that separates you from getting that into the quarterfinals, semifinals.
Yeah, and it's going to be disappointing for Direwolves. I mean, they've been playing defensively. They would have wanted to hold on to that 1-0 lead, but now they need to score another goal, and goals have not been coming easy for this team. So eyes on Walcott. Let's see if he can keep stepping up offensively to get another goal.
Direwolves are being scared right now. They're not quite going for the challenge that they need to, and Forkidden, we already saw what happens if you give them space. Well, Scrub pops it down, and a pre-flip from Banana and gets off the post, but Super Lucky is not done just yet. Tries to use his pace, but Fiber, he's got some in the bank as well. He's got legs that he can use to run Banana and almost got that on target. But Forkidden, they're not done. Scrub with the double tap, denied by Misty.
Yeah, but the pressure's still going, but no, Walcott actually gets it. Does he get the counterattack? No, Super Lucky gets back quick enough, but Direwolves starting to look more threatening on that counterattack, but forget there's so many chances in front of the Direwolves net.
Banana Head with a good clear out to the side. 50 with Walcott. Into the center it goes. Misty up high. Has a bit of boost to try and back that one up. Got a flip reset, but that will be all. But actually, no, never mind. Good save, but a super lucky, but Misty turns in, and that surely would be it. And indeed, Direwolves score the second.
And Misty getting a really important goal. He's been quiet all series, but making that important shot, going up 1 goal ahead. It's not a big lead, but it's more than Direwolves have been used to the past few games, and with only 2 minutes left, they're going to be thinking about holding on.
This is an absolute perfect game 7 for Kin. They're keeping this close, and I think it's more up to Direwolves. They're keeping this close. They're actually in the lead, and maybe even by 2 passes in field. Walcott needs to step up in the defense, just keeping them in the attack. Yeah,
they're not just thinking of holding on, though. They've really started to wake up offensively. That's a great pass, but Banana Head very patient. But Forkidden straight back to the other side. Direwolves not getting a second to breathe. Scrub, his shooting's been good, but not quite finishing it there.
Super Lucky might just finish it here. Fiber's a bit awkward enough in the scuffle with Banana Head. Scrub, last man back, pass it to the backboard. Nobody there to try and capitalize up in this rough touch from Walcott. Banana Head still close. What is happening here? Misty with a good touch to send it over, but no goal.
Yeah, Misty could have possibly got the yoink into the net. Doesn't quite get it, but you can see Misty really stepping up in this game. He's been very quiet, but making those plays happen offensively and trying to defend just through this offensive pressure. I like what I'm seeing from Direwolves, but still Forkidden looking for those counterattacks.
Still got a minute to try and build one because it is a Direwolves in a 1-goal lead. Super Lucky able to take control, bit of boost to try and back this play up further. Passes it in field and then goes on further. Devil run open net for Banana Head, but not quick enough for Misty on the clear.
Yeah, it feels like Direwolves are really focused now, really zoned into how they want to defend. They only have 40 seconds left. They have 1-goal lead. It's not a lot for Direwolves. They're going to be focusing to keep onto it. Scrub almost getting a chance there, but Direwolves making the clear. Still not looking super safe. There's a few double commits, but it looks like they clear it out with 25 seconds left. That might do it.
Direwolves, they're in a dilemma right now. Or are they going to try and hold on? And Banana Head, that's not a good recovery. Walcott missed another one, but a Banana Head on the clear away for Kin. There might just only be one other opportunity, and that's going to be difficult to build with. 0 boost off the ceiling and goes shot to the backboard. Nobody there to try and capitalize. Walcott still to the center. And Scrub misses it. Banana Head with a shot. Scrub still trying to run interference, but all they need to do is get it to the ground, and it is Direwolves to deny the reverse sweep. Hello, Fiber.
Look at Fiber. He's so hyped. Misty, quite the opposite reaction. He's feeling a bit frustrated. Walker, yeah, I mean, Direwolves, that would be just a wave of emotion, looking so dominant in those first 3 games, then just getting slaughtered in the next 3 games, and then that close game 7 to close it out. Direwolves really well played to clutch it up there.
Absolutely amazing that they were able to regain after they already used their pause, were 5-1 dominated, and then bring it back in game 7. This is just experience, and that is absolutely amazingly done by Direwolves.
You can see even stats as well last game. Yummy, what did you think of that series?
Well, we thought it would deliver, and well, it certainly did. It didn't look like it at the start, I'll tell you that much. And I feel like that's all down to Forkidden, the way that they end up playing, the way that they go aggressive at times. They look so much better than when they're trying to solo play everything. They just seem so much less threatening, weirdly enough, when they're slowing it down.
They smelt it at the end. They smelt the victory, and they were so eager to be trying to get it, which led to a few overcommits, and then that's where Direwolves can capitalize.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Yummy. Just when they're playing so quickly, some of those passes, the finishing coming out of Scrub and Banana Head, it's not the normal kind of, crazy flashy offense we see, but it was very effective against Direwolves there.
I mean, if I want to see them be successful in the future, I look back at their interview where they say, we think we're the best mechanical team in OCE. I want them to get that out of their heads. they don't play threatening when they are going for this one-person play. But those 3 games that they took were when they put so much pressure on. They were challenging everything. They were aggressively in that half of the Direwolves.
Yeah, no, we've never seen them, bar that opening game against Renegades where they just scored a bunch of crazy goals. We haven't really seen them ever consistently win games off consistent play after play, just outplay mechanics. It's from their speed, and when they see that, they look awesome.
And Direwolves, listen, they all three played well. I know you called out Misty a little bit at the end, but the first 3 games, Misty was on form, Walcott was stepping up, looked really consistent, and Fiber had those regular Fiber moments where it's not necessarily about scoring the goals, it's about creating those open spaces, and he was doing that throughout the series.
So do you think Direwolves, so we know that Forkidden definitely stepped up, but do you think Direwolves did change their playstyle after that third game victory?
Absolutely.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think they did. They just adapted a bit more and let them run for the solo plays, and then they kind of baited in. Hey, look, you've got mechanics, show it, and then bam, on the counter.
Well, let's get into our interview. We, of course, have our champions on the line. Walcott, I've heard that you have been shouting a little bit too loud, celebrating and spoiling it for your lovely partner there. I'm guessing spirits are very high right now.
Yeah, sorry, babe. Yeah, you know, it happens, but yeah, we were really, really excited. Fiber was probably what she was actually hearing through my headset because he's so loud. I can't really hear anything anymore because I'm just deaf from him.
I certainly hope your hearing still works in the end, and that it will recover. But looking at this series, of course, it was a back and forth, and in such a back and forth, what is the mental like in the team?
Well, yeah, we were really hyped after winning the third game, and we just were telling ourselves we're just gonna keep it the same, you know. And I don't know what happened. We dropped the ball. Forkidden definitely lifted their game a bit. I think they started really slow and brought it back, but it's no excuse for us for how much we let the foot off the gas. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But it was good we could hold them out in the last game. It was still a close match at the end. So yeah, it was a bit scary, got the heart going.
And you guys got Ground Zero coming up in the semis tomorrow. How do you feel going up against them, especially, you know, with them not seeming as dominant last regional?
I'm glad it's not Renegades, put it that way. From last week, oh man, they came out hot, and I'm just hoping Ground Zero don't do that to us tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. We just need to make sure we can actually play a whole series, because today clearly we couldn't. If we can do that, maybe we'll be in with a chance. But yeah, they're good. We'll see.
And obviously coming in with an outsider's chance, are you guys still thinking about the major right now? Are you thinking that's a high chance, or are you just trying to do as good as you can here in the first split?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we've got our eyes on the major, but we know that tomorrow's probably the most important day for us. If we don't win against Ground Zero tomorrow, we're in with a pretty tough chance at it. So yeah, we know it's big, and we definitely do have our eyes on it. That's our target. Yeah.
Well, I'd like you to promise us a game 7 tomorrow. If you don't deliver, I'll personally be coming after you. But good luck. I think it should be a good series either way.
You got your game 7 today. No more. That's it. My heart's had enough. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
All right. Good luck, Walcott. Thank you. And
Sets the tone.
Yeah.
Really dominant.
Yeah, I thought that wasn't going to be a game 7. I'm very surprised. We could have had another reverse sweep from Forkidden, which would have been a crazy storyline. 2 days, 2 reverse sweeps against 2 top teams. But unfortunately for Forkidden, it didn't happen.
No, I mean,
what worries me is that he spoke a lot with hopefully we're going to be able to show up against Ground Zero, and not with a lot of dominance in his expectations for tomorrow.
Yeah, Walcott's always been like that, though. That's just kind of his thing. He never backs himself ever, and yeah, normally I'd agree with you. That's not a good quality, but also coming up against Ground Zero, I mean, it's hard to ever feel confident against them with their record.
He's caused bigger upsets, I can tell you that much. But listen, that was a great series. OC is really delivering in the past couple of days, and there's one series to go. Hopefully that delivers just as big, and we'll be seeing that after this break.